I competed in my first horse show when I was 4 years old. I mean, I've grown up with it. I've never known anything else.
Genevieve has grown up on the horse farm. When we brought her home from the hospital, we brought a pony into the house for her.
A jumper for as long as she can remember. Woo! Genevieve is heading to South Florida to represent Team USA in an international show jumping competition.
It was a very big deal. It was a long shot.
Right now, she's riding as the #1 ranked 12-year-old, and she's ranked #3 in the FEI Children's ranking list. And only 4 riders are selected from the entire U.S., and that's all the girls who aspire to be show jumpers at this age group.
Having just turned 12, she will be one of the youngest in her age class, guiding a 1,500-pound animal over a wooden rail.
You have to be able to trust your horse, that they will help you out when you really need it.
For Genevieve, that trust has to go a little deeper than most.
I don't have depth perception. I've never known anything different. And I've always just kind of done it.
Some may call that a disadvantage.
There are very few people that have that same problem.
Not Genevieve.
I think it forces me to have a better connection with the horse.
Without being able to see how far away from a jump she is, Genevieve has to rely on other senses.
I feel what the horse is feeling, and when if they have options, maybe I could go deep or go long, I find the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
She counts off the distance between jumps before each competition. But once she's on the horse, it's all about her and her horse.
I do my very best to give them all I have.
Well, Kelly, by athletic standards, track superstar Jarrion Lawson has already had a historic season, but 12 days until the Olympics, and he is not done.
The 200 meters, Jarrion Lawson making history and had won the long jump on Wednesday, won the 100 meters earlier today, and here in the 200 he holds off Christian Coleman and equals Jesse Owens' record of winning 3 individual titles at the NCCA Championships.
Finished the 200 and realized that I was in the book with Jesse Owens. You know, that was just crazy.
It was also just the beginning. A little over a month later, Lawson was back in the limelight on Hayward Field in Oregon, trying to continue in Owens' footsteps and make the Olympic team.
It's something that I've been going after since about 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade.
The Olympic Games is that's the pinnacle. It's the pinnacle of every track and field athlete's career.
At the U.S. Olympic trials, the Texarkana native missed the team in the sprint events, but the long jump was a different story.
Come down the runway, you know, my speed was up, you know, my adrenaline was high, the fans were great, you know, they were clapping along.
I knew it was going to be big. I knew when he hit it.
As soon as I took off, you know, I knew it was a big jump, and as soon as I landed, I was like, as long as it's a fair jump, I know it's going to get me to the Olympics.
Yes, yes, yes. You knew it was his ticket to the Olympics, and that moment in time is just something I'm never going to forget.
Now, in less than 2 weeks, Lawson will carry the U.S. flag in Rio de Janeiro.
And just to be here in the moment and realize that, you know, I'm accomplishing that dream is just, you know, it's unthinkable, unspeakable.
There's going to be a big send-off for Lawson and the 14 other Razorbacks heading to Rio at the Fayetteville Town Center on Thursday around 5:30, with lots of former Razorback Olympians also set to make an appearance. We'll be right back on 4029 News.
For the 3rd straight year, the Golden Tamers from Bentonville High School are heading to nationals.
It's a pretty big deal considering, you know, we've won state 3 times in a row.
There's never been a dance team at BHS who has won 3 years in a row, so every year it's our goal to make it one championship further and to just keep making history for Bentonville High School.
It's been a long year of practice.
We've had crazy 3-hour practices every Sunday.
All for a 2-minute routine. And while some may think dancing around for a few minutes sounds fairly simple, these Tamers would disagree.
Those 2 minutes kill you, and it's really a lot of stamina. It's basically if you're sprinting for 2 whole minutes. It's it's hard.
Their coach couldn't be more proud of how far they've come this year.
They've just come full circle this year, and I'm so incredibly proud of them.
AJ McCord, 40/29 Sports.